So if you're going to come to Silver Dollar City, there's a bunch of things you need to see and make sure you don't miss. Let me show you some of them. A lot of people come to Silver Dollar City thinking about just the rides, but there is so much more to do here than just roller coasters and thrill rides. So I'm going to tell you about several things to see and do that you really shouldn't miss at Silver Dollar City, and then I'll kind of mention a couple of my favorite rides at the very end. But one of the very first things you should do is right when you first come in the park, and that's Marvel Cave. This is what the park was built around. It's huge. It's one of the biggest walk-through caverns you can go through. In fact, its main cavern is so big, they have actually flown 3 full-sized hot air balloons in it. It's just amazing. It's an hour walk through. You definitely need to go through, check out Marvel Cave, see the waterfall room. It's just a really cool walkthrough, and it's included with your park admission. Right after you get past the cave and actually come out into the park, over to the left side is the Homestead. They actually took some of the old log cabins from the area, bought them and moved them here, and built the Homestead area. Yes, these are real authentic log cabins that people used to live in. The schoolhouse is here, the Wilderness Church is here, the petting zoo is over here, and it will give you a feel for what life was actually like in the Ozarks back in the 1880s. It's just a really cool area of the park. We love going over there, and if you time it just right, you'll happen to run into the Homestead Pickers. They are one of my favorite entertainment options here. They gather on the front porch of the Homestead, and then their last show of the day, they actually go down to the Pickin' Barn, and you can join in with them if you've got an instrument with you or you want to sing, and they invite people from the audience to join them in the show. But the other 3 shows, you never know what they're going to do. Just so much fun. So here's a little sample of the Homestead Pickers.
Well, I'm using my Bible for the road that the children of Israel used to take. They crossed the Red Sea of destruction, and God was there to see them through. There'll be no detours in heaven, no rough roads along the way. I'm using my Bible for a road that next stop is heaven some sweet day.
Now, of course, the Homestead Pickers are just one example of the multitudes of shows and entertainment that you're going to be able to find here. Silver Dollar City does several festivals throughout the year, and each festival brings in a whole new lineup of entertainment and shows that you can check out. One of the constants, though, is the Saloon Show. It is a family-friendly, fun, goofy, entertaining show that's great for everybody in the family. And of course, you gotta saddle up to the bar and buy yourself a root beer or a root beer float. So go check out the Saloon and be sure to check out the other shows. They'll keep you busy all day. Right alongside of those, kind of a show in a sense, is the Craftsman. Silver Dollar City has a whole bunch of different craftspeople out making things that they then sell in the shop. You can go see the blacksmith. You can watch the knife makers actually make knives. You can see the glass blowers produce all this beautiful glassware, and then they sell it in the shops. So you'll see the craftsmen all over, the potters, the woodworkers, and so much more. So as you're going around the park, check out the craftspeople. Stop, watch, ask questions, and just see some of the really neat things that you don't get to see done very often anymore. And now that you've seen the craftspeople, well, hey, now you probably want to buy some of their stuff. But there's more than just the craft stuff around to buy. They've got a number of unique shops around Silver Dollar City. They still have a lot of private vendors that actually rent the shops and sell throughout the year. And then their souvenir shops are just great. When you first walk in, you go right through the hospitality house. That's kind of the grand entrance. And so you can see a lot of the souvenirs and stuff they have right off the bat. But they also have the marketplace on the way out. So if you're leaving and then you remember, oh, I wanted to get something, they very likely have it at the marketplace as well, including the candy and some of the homemade goods and all sorts of other stuff. And then shops everywhere. Go check out the shopping. You can spend a whole day at Silver Dollar City just shopping and not do anything else. It's easy, really. But of course, while you're doing all that, you're probably working up an appetite. And Silver Dollar City has a huge variety of food. Not only do they have a huge variety, it's also made in the park. They make this stuff from scratch a lot of times, or at least fresh. You can see the giant skillets that they make the succotash and skillet meals in, and they're cooking it right in front of you. It's fun to watch, but it's also amazing to taste. Brick-fired pizza. You've got the smokehouse with fantastic barbecue down there. Yep, I love the burgers up at Wagon Works that they do on an open flame grill right in front of you. There's just good eating all over the place. Make sure you bring a little money to be able to spend on the food because it's worth it. And really, for a theme park, they're not that expensive. I can generally eat a meal there for only a couple dollars more than what I would spend at McDonald's anymore. That's a pretty good deal when you consider where you're at and how they're making it right in front of you. So check out the food. Lots of food. And of course, kind of related to the shopping and the crafts people, well, you've got Brown's Candy Factory. Brown's Candy Factory, they actually make most of these candies in the park, and they'll even make the peanut brittle and the fudge right in front of you, and then give you a free sample. One of our favorite stops, it's a must stop for us. Anytime we're in the park, we gotta go buy Brown's Candy at least once and get a sample of the brittle. And I usually walk out with a whole bag. Go check out the candies at Brown's Candy Shop. And of course, Silver Dollar City does have a variety of rides. There are a few that I consider kind of a must-do, and I'll actually tell people, if you haven't done these, you haven't really been to Silver Dollar City. And of course, the very first one, well, it was my home for 3 years, and that's the steam train. This is not just a train ride around the park. It goes out in the woods, but there's so much more to it. Yeah, you might even get stopped and given a greeting by those rascally bowling boys, Alfie and Ralphie. And make sure that you bring along a little donation for them. They happen to like gold and silver and dollars. DAHWLRZ. They do actually like snacks and stuff too, and you'll have fun riding the train, so make sure you ride it. If you go to Silver Dollar City and you haven't been on the train, have you really been to Silver Dollar City? Right next to the train is the flooded mine. You've got your boats going through the flooded prison mine. You've got the guns on the boats to shoot at the targets. And it's just a fun, classic ride. I am kind of afraid that its dates may be approaching, so go ride it now while you still can. Also, the classic Fire in the Hole. They did just have to build a brand new version because the old one, unfortunately, the building was starting to age, but they have done an amazing job with this new version and keeping a lot of the fun and the interest and the tributes, and it's just a great ride. Fire in the Hole is actually one of the rides that Silver Dollar City has been known for, even down to Disney. There were reports of the Imagineers wanting to know why people were riding Big Thunder Mountain and yelling on the ride, "Fire in the Hole!" Well, it's because they've been to Silver Dollar City. So make sure you go check out Fire in the Hole. It is a fun family coaster. There's only a couple drops, but it's a really cool ride. And it actually kind of tells some of the history of the park, too. So there are a number of my must-sees, can't miss, have to do them at Silver Dollar City. Are there things that I miss? There's so many things to see and do here. You can spend a whole day doing shows, or a whole day doing food, or a whole day doing shopping, or a whole day doing rides. And trying to get all of them in one day? Good luck. But I'd love to hear what your recommendations are. Please post them in the comments below. Thank you so much to my YouTube members, my supporters, my patrons. Their financial assistance helps me get out to the park and put together videos like this. If you want to know more about that and some of the perks, be sure to check the description. Thank you so incredibly much for watching. God bless. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts, your comments, your suggestions, your ideas. Be sure to share them in the comments below, or you can contact me. There's information in the description that has my email address, fan pages, information about merchandise, and so much more. So be sure to check that out. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and if you haven't already, hit the button right up there to subscribe. And in fact, if you did enjoy this, I've even got another video for you right here. And also about these wonderful people here, those are my YouTube members and my patrons, the ones whose financial support makes this possible. I couldn't do it without them. If you want to know more about that and the perks that come with it, well, be sure to check the description. There's a link right down there. Thank you so incredibly much. God bless.